Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are in a good condition. I believe you all have read about the material last week and this week. Last week we have discussed about constructivist approaches. What do you think, class? Do you think you will implement that approach to your classroom later on? You should try it sometimes. In this learning video, we are going to discuss about individual variations and achievement. Before we go further, I want you to guess first whether there is a correlation between someone's characteristic and their achievement. Please think about it. The next thing I want you to think first is that, can you categorize your own characteristics? And what characteristics of yours that you think can help you achieve your goals? And what characteristics of yours that probably can hinder you from being a successful learner? You should think about it, class. Because every teacher needs to know themselves first before they know their students. Why is it important to know all about this? We'll find out in this learning video. So, our topic today is individual variations and achievement. This topic is actually quite interesting for me. I hope for you too. We will first talk about intelligence. Intelligence. Some experts describe intelligence as the ability to solve problems. Others describe it as the capacity to adapt and learn from experience. Still, others argue that intelligence includes characteristics such as creativity and interpersonal skills. However, there is a problem with intelligence. Unlike height, weight, age, intelligence cannot be directly measured. Intelligence tests. Individual intelligence tests. The two main intelligence tests that are administered to children on an individual basis today are the Stanford Binet test and the Wechsler scales. Binet test consisted of 30 questions ranging from the ability to touch one's ear to the abilities to draw designs from memory and define abstract concepts. Meanwhile, the Wechsler scales not only provide an overall IQ score and scores on a number of subtests, but also yield several composite indexes. For example, the Verbal Comprehension Index, the Working Memory Index, and the Processing Speed Index. Group Intelligence Test. Students also may be given an intelligence test in a group. Group intelligence tests include the Large Thorndike Intelligence Test and the Otis Lennon School Ability Test. Group intelligence tests are more convenient and economical than individual tests, but they do have their drawbacks. When a test is given to a large group, the examiner cannot establish rapport, determine the student's level of anxiety, and so on. In a large group testing situations, students might not understand the instruction or might be distracted by other students. Theories of multiple intelligences. Well, everyone, how many intelligences do you think you have? I will give you such tests to figure it out so you can understand yourself much better. I will upload it later in Spada. Sternberg's theory. According to Sternberg's theory, intelligence comes in three forms: analytical, creative, and practical. Analytical intelligence involves the ability to analyze, judge, evaluate, compare, and contrast. Creative intelligence consists of the ability to create, design, invent, and so on. Practical intelligence focuses on the ability to use, to apply, and to implement something into practice. From Sternberg's theory, what intelligence do you think you have? Gardner's 8 frames of mind. What are they? The first one, verbal skill. You all already know about it. Mathematical skill, spatial skill, kinesthetic skill, musical, intrapersonal, interpersonal, and naturalist skill. Well, which intelligence do you think you have? according to Gardner's theory. You probably have 2, 3, 4 or more intelligence. Believe me. Emotional intelligence. Both Gardner and Steinberg's theory include one or more categories related to the ability to understand oneself and others. The concept of emotional intelligence was initially developed by Peter Salovey and John Mayer. They conceptualized emotional intelligence as the ability to perceive and express emotion accurately and adaptively, to understand emotion and emotional knowledge, to use feelings to facilitate thought, and to manage emotions in oneself and others. Controversies and issues in intelligence. Nature and nurture. The nature and nurture issue involves the debate whether development is primarily influenced by nature or by nurture. Nature refers to the child's biological inheritance, meanwhile nurture refers to environmental experiences. Ethnicity and culture. This problem is quite related to how certain type of ethnic stereotypes influences students' performance. Learning and thinking styles. Learning and thinking styles are not abilities, but prefer ways of using one's ability. By knowing your own and your students' learning and thinking styles, you can vary in your styles of teaching and learning in the classroom to hinder your students from boredom. There are 2 widely discussed sets of styles. The first one, impulsive or reflective styles. This referred to as a conceptual tempo, involve a student's tendency either to act quickly and impulsively or to take more time to respond and reflect on the accuracy of the answer. Impulsive students often make more mistakes than reflective students. The second one, deep or surface styles. These involve how students approach learning materials. Do they do this in a way that helps them understand the meaning of the materials, or as simply what needs to be learned? Students who approach learning with a surface style fail to tie what they are learning into a larger conceptual framework. Personality and temperament. Personality refers to distinctive thought, emotion, and behaviors that characterize the way an individual adapts to the world. Temperament is closely related to personality and to the learning and thinking styles. Temperament is a person's behavioral style and characteristic ways of responding. Knowing your own and students' personality and temperament will facilitate you to adjust your teaching process in the classroom later on. It could help you to make your teaching and learning process meaningful for students. Well, class, this topic is quite interesting, right? After this, I want you to reflect on your own what characteristics, personalities, and learning styles you have. I will provide you an intelligence test so you can be sure what kind of teacher you will be. On the next learning video, we will discuss about sociocultural diversity. Thank you for your kind attention. See you on the next video.